Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here's today's question. Hi, Allison. I have a question for you. As a new mom, I'm ramping up my private practice. Until now, my cancellation policy has been very black and white. I use a 48-hour cutoff or the session fee is owed. Now, however, I'm guessing I need more flexibility as needs for my son arise, and I may have to cancel the same day or try and reschedule the same day with clients. How do I navigate a cancellation policy now with more flexibility? I don't want to be a hypocrite and hold the boundary charging for missed sessions if I might be needing flexibility more for same-day illness issues. Up until now, I've almost never missed a day, so I felt justified in being more rigid. Help! So before I answer, I'd like to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring Ask Allison. TherapyNotes is an all-inclusive, simple, affordable practice management system. It has everything in there that you need, from a place for your schedule and your charts, and it'll run your credit card for cheaper than anyone else. And what else? Video conferencing, you don't have to pay extra for. It's good stuff. It's also the highest rated EHR on Trustpilot with over 1,000 verified reviews. I love that their notes format makes it so I don't have to re-enter the same stuff every single time. Things flow from intake to recurring notes that are relevant and steady and stable. So it makes it easier and faster to do your notes. Check them out. You can try them for 2 months for free if you use the promo code ABUNDANT at checkout. That's at therapynotes.com. All right, so to answer your question, I really appreciate you thinking about fairness and customer service. There are a few considerations that I want everyone watching or listening to know or to think about, and I want everyone to know there's not a right or a wrong in this circumstance. It's important that you set policies in your practice that you've thought through and that you're going to uphold. So as a parent, I can confirm that yes, with kids, things don't always go as planned. So here are a couple options. One option would be to hold your policy as is. You may have to cancel sometimes. You're not charging them if you cancel. I'd expect that you would only cancel if it's needed and not just on a whim. And I'm guessing that your clients would assume the same. And while things don't go as planned all the time, it doesn't mean things go wrong last minute all the time. One of my kids had significant health issues for for a solid 2 years. And most of the time I could still reschedule the same week. I had to build some added time into my caseload as just in case time in case I had to rework things. But we're also talking about extraordinary circumstances, 5 to 7 medical appointments a week. It was a lot. I also learned to rely on family and friends a bit more during that time in a way that wasn't necessarily initially comfortable for me. So part of it might also be, now that you're a parent, there's a certain amount of accepting help that you may need to do that you weren't doing before. Another option would be to waive the late cancellation fee in the event of illness or injury. That's what I personally do. If my client or their kids are sick, I don't charge if they have to cancel last minute. Don't adopt that just because that's what I want you to, or just because that's what I do. I want you to search yourself. I want you to see what the best fit is for you. I adopted that back when I was pregnant with my first daughter, and I got every single cold, every single bug that came within a half mile of me. I was so sick of being sick the whole time. And honestly, I set that, I won't charge you if you're sick thing. And my clients still came in with colds and things like that because they were functional, right? And I kept getting sick, but it was worth the effort. And as I saw that my life was a bit less predictable as a parent, I kept that policy. Again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying it's a choice you need to make. It's just a choice I made in my practice that works for me and is an option for you to consider. So those are two things. Some people have no cancellation policy where no matter what, the client is paying every single week and it is a part of the contract when they first sign up for therapy. There are so many different ways to do late cancellations and no-shows. So I hope that helps in terms of how to think through some things. I created a worksheet for you guys that has some different kinds of practice policies to consider to make sure that you have in your practice policies form that your clients are hopefully signing. I'm going to link to both that free worksheet and the free training of how to fill your practice without being salesy or spending money you don't have. I'm going to link to both of those for ease. And we talk about policies a good bit in the Abundance Party. If you want more feedback, if you want to bounce some things off people who have thought through these things, you can come and join us. It's $49 a month at abundanceparty.com. If you have a question for Ask Allison, please DM me over on Instagram, where I'm abundance_practice_building. Have a great day.